Hello people of YouTube. In this video, this being one of my last videos, I'm picking up where I left off. I just want to say very briefly, and this video is going to be really interesting, but I just want to say briefly, I'm picking up where I left off on my last channel. I didn't save really any of my videos from my last channel. Hopefully someone out there did, because my content was so unique. But in this video, I kind of want to briefly summarize everything I discussed on my previous channel, and I'm condensing literally like 5 hours of talking into like this 10-minute video. But basically, on my other channel, I talked about quantum computing, and I talked about quantum supremacy computing and supercomputers and AI, and different material science and architecture and engineering and chemistry and biology and biochemistry and physics. And did I speak about quantum mechanics a little bit, like theoretical physics? I think I did a little bit. But basically, to summarize all that stuff I talked about on the last channel, I spoke about the inevitable increase in UAPs and USOs, and how there's the type that's made of energy, which is likely something else, and then there's the type that's metallic. Those metallic unidentified aerial phenomenon, and those ones I believe are man-made. I believe those are advanced drones. But the ones made of light and energy, they could be like some form of ball lightning. And I talked on my other channel how about sometimes it takes us centuries to really understand anything, or spot things more easily. But you don't see airplanes going in the clouds all the time. You don't see people what's the word, observing. You don't see people observing what's going on in the clouds with their own eyes too often. So that if that's where ball lightning forms, you're obviously not going to see it unless you're looking around in the clouds all the time. And even then, they're extremely rare events, if they are in fact real, which they could be. But science couldn't really explain it. But besides that, I do think there are natural phenomena. I do think there are man-made objects, and then there are things that are perhaps even beyond that. Interdimensional, satanic. I don't know. I'm not sure, but sorry about my cat. She's making a lot of noise. But basically, I think that the metallic UAPs are man-made, really advanced drones. And to go back to the whole quantum AI thing, because I'm sure you're interested why I mentioned that. There was a prediction made by an AI back in the early 2000s or the late 90s or something like that. That said December 3rd there would be some big thing to do with UAPs and some sort of air attack. And I correlated this to nuclear sites. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you why I think this AI might be correct, and why, because if anything, I've always said that quantum AI, quantum supremacy technology is the pathway to the best way to predict the future. It's the pathway to the ultimate technology, the ultimate understanding of things. Second to God, second to Creator. But as I've said previously, I don't think that humans are smart enough to come up with what AI could come up with. Their intelligence and their knowledge will increase massively, drastically over the coming years. And even that AI in the past, whatever piece of technology that was, I think that it accumulated information to do with UAP sightings at nuclear sites, and it connected that to some sort of mathematical formula to predict when there might be the most sightings and when conflicts might occur based off of certain interference from such technology. I don't know, but it's just interesting how we're seeing more of these things, and they are real. I don't care what anyone says, they are real. They've been confirmed by the I believe the Pentagon, Department of Defense. I believe they've been confirmed even by people in the White House, the Congress, the Senate, and people in a program. I forget what it was called. I think it was like David Greer. Either he was a Navy pilot or Air Force pilot, or he was in that program. But it's been confirmed by many, 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 many people. You know, it's been confirmed by photos, videos, testimonials, documents going way back that these things are undoubtedly real, whatever they may be. The metallic ones are always the ones that are caught on camera. So these ones that are energy, these like spheres of energy and light, they haven't released any footage or photos or reports about those, if I'm correct. So whatever those things are that are energy are probably not from here. Those probably truly aren't. But those drones could be, you know, I don't know, descendants of humanity or something. You know, maybe humanity reaches God and they're able to go back in time and warn people about nuclear technology, and they do that by interfering with nuclear sites. I mean, maybe it's people of the future. Maybe it's you know, something that came from the quantum world. Maybe it's something, you know, that's just like a very rare natural phenomenon. We're just seeing it more because we have all these cameras and like all these cameras to take photos and videos and stuff. So it's seen more often. I don't know. You know, I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's being seen more, and I think that I don't know where I'm going with this, but that quantum AI predicted that December 3rd that there would be, like, you know, some attack after a well-known presidential figure would go on a podcast, you know, with Joe Rogan, I guess. I mean, I don't know. That's interesting stuff. And if that comes out, if that ends up being true, that would be, I think, one of the biggest the 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 most incredible predictions of, I don't know, like the whole century. I mean, but if it came from some you know, advanced supercomputer and not a quantum AI, that's even more impressive. You know, and I don't know how a supercomputer and not a quantum computer could achieve um, somewhat accurately predicting the future. You know, usually takes extremely high levels of intelligence. On top of that, you know, extreme amounts of knowledge to predict things very accurately. I mean, it takes both knowledge and intelligence, but if anything, I would say more so than intelligence, it takes knowledge. You know, if you know enough, I think, you know, you'd have a better chance of predicting something. Like if you know that, like, if you throw a dart on a certain colored thing on a spinning wheel, and I mean, if you know, if you have knowledge, I think it's much more easy to predict things than having high intelligence. But maybe it was a supercomputer that, you know, got a hold of like a massive amount of information and that was able to make these predictions. I don't think it's outside the realm of nonfiction. I think it is. I think it is probably a real thing. I haven't looked too much into it, but I find it very interesting that a supercomputer would make these predictions, if in fact it were true. I'm gonna do more research on that, and if I find out that this you know, claim about a supercomputer predicting a UAP attack on December 3rd, if I find out this was faked, then I'll delete the video. If I find out that somebody just made up this story. But hey, if it turns out to be true, then, you know, hopefully a lot of people will flock to the video and the channel and check out some of my other content about you know, future technology, future events. You know, because I'm very like technology and astronomy, you know, architecture orientated. I'm very into, you know, stuff of the future. That's just how people with ASD work. You know, it's kind of our thing. Um, so yeah, but anyway, in the next video, I might talk about you know, new forms of currency that in fact go even beyond Bitcoin, that go even beyond digital currency, something even further beyond that, which may sound this may sound crazy, but I want to talk about biological. I want to talk about nanobiological currency, or um, bio nano currency. I guess that's a shorter way to word it. Bio nano currency. I'm going to talk about that maybe in the next video. We'll see. There's a lot of other things I want to talk about on this channel. Or there's a lot of videos I want to remake, and add some stuff to it since my last channel got deleted. There's so much to talk about, so many interesting things that I have to say that would, I think, hopefully deeply surprise a lot of you, and that would get you thinking about things in new ways, get you thinking about new things. So yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.